A rare Monday morning meeting for the Board of Selectmen. Just ahead, what you need to know from that meeting, including a proposal to freeze taxes for town seniors. With the October town meeting right around the corner, the deadline for submitting warrants is just days away. Coming up, we'll have a look at what's under consideration and we'll tell you how long you have. And a big week for Spartan sports. From Friday night football to boys soccer, the Spartans get off to a solid start. Those stories just ahead on today's Elcat News Update. Good evening, I'm May Randall. We begin tonight with an unusual Monday morning meeting called by the Board of Selectmen. The board usually meets on Tuesday nights, but not this week. Board Chair Angela Thorpe says the Monday meeting was essential thanks to several items that needed immediate attention, including Community Preservation Fund verification.
This is a report that is put together by the town accountant and the Board of Assessors. By getting this form in by September 15th, we can get state funding. We're projecting approximately $111,000 to be funded to our CPA account. And that's why it was very important to get this in as quickly as we can.
Also, the board issued a reminder that submissions for warrant articles to be included in the October 27th special town meeting are due Monday, September 15th.
The special town meeting warrants, they're due on the 15th, on Monday, the 15th, and so this is like a reminder for folks to know that if you want to do it, get it in by the 15th, because our next meeting will be after the 15th.
Also on Monday's agenda, board member Bill Gorman proposed several warrant articles he would like to submit, including freezing taxes for all residents 70 years and older.
People over 70, I want to see how you guys feel about freezing their taxes when they hit 70. We got like 3,000 something people. Less the people we got in the assisted living and nursing homes that don't pay taxes, and that will, the 3,000 people will even get less than that, because that's 3,000 people if there's two in one family. So that cuts that down also.
And finally, the board made a point of clarification. During the September 2nd meeting, East Longmeadow resident Steve Stites called for a motion after demanding the resignation of Chair Angela Thorpe and an investigation of the hiring process for the new administrative assistant for the town's recreation department.
At our last meeting, there was a motion that appears to have been out of order. I just need to ask Selectman Gorman, when you moved the motion that the gentleman had made, what were you moving? Because in reviewing the tape with my attorney, I realized there was a couple of things that didn't go as smooth as they wanted to, so I wanted to make sure, clarify your motion. He made a motion, asked for a move of a motion for two things, I believe it to say. One was for the resignation, and the second was for the report. Then it was moved, and then you amended it. And
yeah, I just said for the report.
For the report, right. And so what happens is when you amend something, it has to go back. So the whole thing is out of wash. So I just want to correct it so that we can move forward. I'll make a motion that we go forward with the report. And you're going to move it?
Yeah.
Okay, and second, all in favor?
Aye.
So that's been cleared up, so just in case anybody had any questions on that.
When asked for a time frame on the investigation, Chairwoman Thorpe said this has yet to be determined.
There's no timetable for that report?
No, there was not. And we're going to look.
There could be never a report made.
Well, I'll try to do it as soon as possible.
In other news tonight, on Tuesday, voters will choose between 5 Democrats running for state senate in the 1st Hampden and Hampshire district. The 5 candidates are Tim Allen of Springfield and member of the City Council, Chip Harrington of Ludlow and school committee member for that town, Longmeadow Democratic Town Committee member Tom Lacusa, Aaron Saunders, who is from Ludlow and a member of that town's Board of Selectmen, and finally, former White House aide Eric Lesser of Longmeadow. Incumbent State Senator Gail Canderas is not seeking re-election. Instead, she is running for Hampden County Register of Probate. The winner of Tuesday's primary will face Republican candidate and East Longmeadow resident Deborah Boronsky and independent candidate Mike Franco on the November election ballot. In Spartan sports news tonight, a good start for Spartan football and the boys soccer teams as the fall season gets underway. Let's start with Friday Night Lights. We go to South Hadley where the Spartans face the Tigers for their first game of the season. It got off to a shaky start, but the Spartans dominated. Colin Casey and Jake Ryan called the game. They have this wrap-up.
We're here at South Hadley High School after a 36-6 victory for the East Longmeadow Spartans football team. Jake, they played really well in this game, didn't they?
Well, Mike Magipinto blew up just like we thought he would, showing why he's number 2 in the Western Mass top 7. Do you think you personally would be better this season than last season?
Well, it depends on how well my line plays. I mean, they played fantastic tonight, so if we just keep working together as a unit and they keep doing a fantastic job like they did all last season and continue that through this year, I think the sky's the limit for our offense.
Now, moving on to next week, they take on Amherst at home. That's their season opener at home. And what are you looking forward to in that matchup?
Well, I'm looking forward to see Amherst play. They're always a pretty explosive team. It's going to be a tight game, I think, but East Longmeadow should be able to pull through.
And also, the Spartans' defense looked very strong tonight. Do you think they will keep that up going into next weekend's game?
Well, judging how strong they looked, I think they should be able to keep it up. That can't be just a one-game thing.
Again, we're here from South Hadley High. Back to you.
Next up, we come back to ELHS, where the Spartan boys soccer team played host to Cathedral. The Spartans' home opener got off to a slow start with no score posted until the end of the first half. That's when Anthony Rosario took advantage of a perfectly placed corner kick by Chris Casella.
Here's a good ball, a header, and it's in!
On to the second half, where the Spartans strike again. Matt Pellegrino connects with Alex Atwater, who taps it into the back of the net.
And the tap to Alex Atwater, who squeezes one by.
Keeper Tyler Martinelli had 6 saves on the day. A great shutout for the Spartans as they go on to win. The final, 2-0. A lot of games to cover this coming week as the start of the fall season rolls on. Stay tuned to Elcat News Update for a look at highlights and interviews. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching Elcat News Update. I'm May Randall. Until next time, good night.